न कर्मणा मनारम्भान् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यासतेव सिद्धिं samadhigacchati. So today we shall be discussing Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 and verse number is 4. As you know that Arjuna did not want to fight, even though Arjuna is a great warrior. When he saw that his respected teachers, his great-grandfather, his kinsmen, his friends, everybody is against him in the war of Kurukshetra, so he did not want to fight. But Sri Krishna, he said that Arjun, there are two ways to progress. One is through knowledge, and one is through karma, action. But whichever way it is, you should fight. Arjuna says that you said it is. I should not. I should keep abominable activities at distance. But don't you think that fighting is that abominable? Now Krishna is saying that in order to get perfection, one must act. So today's verse says, not by merely abstaining from work, one can achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. You see, the whole purpose of humanity, our existence, is that we get perfection in life. And what is that perfection? Is achieving the Lord. From our side, we want perfect happiness. So that situation is when we love God. That is the point. Unless we love God, we cannot be happy perfectly. Why? Because that is our identity. Our identity is as a soul and not as a body. This Krishna has taught in chapter 2. So now onwards, whatever you should do, consider yourself as soul and then act. All actions should be for the benefit of the soul. Now, here Krishna is saying that if you say you will not work at all and you think you will get freedom from the bondages, it is not possible. And if you say that I am taking renunciation from my work, even then you will not get perfection. So what he means is that without doing, by shunning your dutiful activities, you will not get perfection, you will not get knowledge either. And second, he says that by showing, you know, indolency in your work, you cannot also get perfection in life without getting purified from the heart. Unless you become purified from the heart, you will not also get perfection. So that's what he says. In either case, whichever yoga system you follow, you have to act. So doing your karma, your dutiful work, is a necessity in getting perfection in life. So now, if you see through the angle of yoga of karma, one has to act. Why one has to act? So the mindset of a yogi, karma yogi, is that he sees that the whole world is not his, and he don't want to be attached or entangled in the world. So he takes the object of the world, serves the people of the world, and he doesn't want anything for himself. And what he is interested in is no attachment, neither to the action nor to the result. On the other hand, a Jnana yogi, what he wants is, he doesn't want the ego of working, that I am the doer. He doesn't want that feeling. He wants to get aloof from this mentality. So he does work, but he sees that modes are mixing in each other. He is just a seer. He is not the doer. This is a perfection which he is looking for. And the third is bhakti yogi, which of course we follow. Bhakti yoga's vision is that Everything belongs to God, whether it is the objects of the world and whether it is the living beings of the world. So they both category belongs to God, and me as a living entity, I am a servant of the God. I'm servant of each one. So I have to serve them. So a bhakti yogi just serves, seeing the Lord in everybody, he just serves them favorably, spiritually. This is how he gets perfection. And what is the perfection for bhakti yogi is that he is serving the Lord, he is loving the Lord. What is the perfection for a Gyan yogi? That he is not the doer, he is aloof and he is a soul, and he is detached from the world. And what is a perfection for Karma yogi? For him, the perfection is that the I am not entangled with the results of the any action. So he just act without any expectation of the result. He acts as a duty, his duty towards the world, his duty towards everything, and he is a dutiful worker. That is what the yoga of karma is. So this is how they work. And there are so many great examples in it, like Lord Ram, when he was exiled to forest, he was absolutely detached. It was his duty to obey the orders of his father and mother, and that's what he did. And Krishna gives the example of Janak Maharaj, the father of Sita Devi. So one time when he was very famous as a teacher, so many gurus used to send their prospecting disciples to Janak Maharaj to learn the art of detached work. And some of the sadhus complained that why do we have to learn, take knowledge from a king? The king is supposed to be very attached to the kingdom and very passionate in nature. But of course, Janak Maharaj, Yudhishthir, Parikshit, Ambrish, Kulashekhar, they all are exception. So, one time when he was teaching, Janak Maharaj was teaching to the sadhus, and a soldier reported that Maharaj, the town got fire, and it is spreading very fast. Janak Maharaj said, no problem, the ministers are there, they will take care of. After some time, the soldier returned and said that Maharaj, the fire has reached to your palace and it is burning your palace. There were so many queens are there, your children are there, and there are so many valuable objects are there. Janak Maharaj said, I am taking the class, please do not disturb, don't worry, things will be alright. And the soldier again came for the third time and said, Maharaj, the students, the sadhus who are sitting here, even their hermits got fire. And they all stood up and they wanted to run and save their things. And of course, what was their position? They hardly had a kopin, linen cloth, and some kamandal, some glasses for water and their need. But still, they were very attached. Then later on, they realized that how detached King Janak is. Because King Janak is reached perfection. He can see God, his action, and he can see how modes are working. So he has detached himself from all kind of thing, and he is just concerned about the duties. It is not that there is a fire and we should not stop it, but the whole teaching here is that we should not be attached to it. Stage one should achieve. Even though whatever it is, one day the whole world is going to collapse and it is going to finish. Like earlier, it was not there, and in time also it won't be there. So the art of life, art of yoga, is that we have to act in such a manner that it does not bind us with the result or with the world. And this will happen only if we don't have any material desires. Soul can never be inactive. It will always be active. Krishna will say this in the next verse. So the poisonous section of any action is desire, the and attachment and ego, and all these things are a poisonous part of the action. So we have to remove that. And how we can remove it? When we see God everywhere, when we become a devotee of the God, servant of God, only in that platform we can perform detached work, we can perform action which is free from any contamination. So no matter whether you are a yoga of karma, whether you are a yoga of knowledge, or whether you are a yoga of devotion, everybody has to act. Without action, without your performing your duties, your heart will not become pure, your consciousness will not become free from bondages. So Bhakti Yogi has the additional advantage that there are so many activities, especially it is known as Navda Bhakti, that if you perform Navda Bhakti, you quickly attain purest of the pure position of your heart. And the most powerful process is chanting the name of God, hearing about the God. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. So one has to hear about the God, like Bhagavad Gita is hearing about God's teaching. So you're already doing the first part, but now I request you to add the second part also in your life, that is chanting the name of Krishna. So you can every day for half an hour or an hour, in the beginning you can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And you hear these transcendental sounds, and it will purify your mind from all the dirty things which have been accumulated for I don't know how many long lifetimes and time. So whatever it is, it will be cleansed very quickly. That is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the mercy of all the great Vaishnava, and the name itself, the name of God itself is so powerful and divine that it has these transcendental effects in the heart. So beginning from this 9 types of devotion service, of which hearing of the Lord, chanting the name of God, and remembering the God are the prominent one. So please start the process as soon as possible and enjoy and relish the divine bliss by yourself. Hare Krishna.